Hey everyone, it's Peek. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video. Today, going to finally be covering a new Pokemon in the game, Zeraora. The first of hopefully many new Pokemon to come into the game. That was kind of announced today with the release date announcement, which if you haven't seen that video of my little reaction to it, go take a look at it. It's really fun. And so yeah, the game's coming out July 21st, next Wednesday. And yeah, I mean, it's so soon. It's like 5 days pretty much. So man, I'm just so excited. But I wanted to go over the Zeraora footage that IGN Japan actually put out. So there was, I guess, some sort of like launch date announcement event that happened like this morning. Technically, I'm recording this the day before, but you guys will see it the next day. But this morning when the release date was announced, they had a little event in Japan. You see like they had like some fun little stuff like, woo, Pokemon Unite's coming out. They actually played a battle. The people from the Pokemon company stomped the people at IGN, which, you know, you would expect. So yeah, anyway, fun little thing happened there this morning in Japan. But what we got out of this was 2 minutes only of Zeraora in the training lobby. So this isn't an actual match. This is like in the training lobby. You'll see here, actually, if I'm going to full screen it, which is what I'm going to do, you'll see that there are, like, you know, as I mentioned in previous videos, training dummies, or like, I guess they use the substitute model from the Pokemon games for training dummies that you can hit, and it tells you like damage type and how much damage per second you're doing, like what you're doing with status moves, what you're doing with moves, what you're doing with basic attacks, stuff like that. So really good tool there in the lobby. But so yeah, I mean, let's just watch this and then we'll kind of talk about the moves. UniteDB did a great job of translating the move set that IGN Japan laid out here. I did actually a little bit of comparison from here and UniteDB, and they've got it pretty accurate. So it's great. Great website. Go support UniteDB. If you use ad blocker, definitely turn it off. I mean, you're going to see ads during this video that are like on the side, but you know, like people making these resources are really good for the community. And you know, the best way to do that is to just like turn off your ad blocker if you have that on your computer or your phone for these websites. So my small plug there. Thanks UniteDB for getting that updated and translated. So let's watch the Zeraora gameplay. Super cool. And I mean, hard to see because A, this footage is in 30 FPS, and B, like, you don't really know what the moves are yet. But that one is Volt Switch. The skill 1, I believe, is Volt Switch. And I think the second skill they take is Discharge. So Volt Switch is like a dash, and then you can dash back to your original location. Kind of similar to Lucario's Bone Rush, but instead of like throwing the bone forward and dashing to it, you are able to like basically think of like Tracer from Overwatch. You're able to like recall to the place you dashed from. It's a pretty long dash, as you'll see. You'll see that this yellow circle here. Oh well, I mean, here I'll just go back and show you. The yellow circle here is where you dash back to. If you reactivate the skill, you see now it's on cooldown, and you're able to reactivate it. Like, let's see when they use it. You know, this is counting down, so maybe like 3-4 seconds max. It's not a long time. But yeah, and obviously like this is an NPC, and the Zeraora is almost 3 levels up on it, so it's gonna do a lot of damage. So that isn't exactly accurate for how the game's gonna play out with Zeraora, but the kit itself seems really strong, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, there's Discharge. And you get I think it was you get increased attack speed after you use Discharge, which seems really, really strong actually. So you just spam a bunch of basic attacks, like substantially increased attack speed. Zeraora is all about like just getting in there and messing everyone up. It doesn't really like have a huge way to get out. Like you'll see, this is a decent amount of distance you can recall to with your Volt Switch, but it's not super long. So, I mean, you got to be really confident in your engages. Anyway, that's the Unite move. So it's a targeted ability, which, you know, anytime there's a targeted ability in a game like this where people have a hard time aiming, It's automatically gonna be better, especially for, you know, people who are newer to the game. I think they're definitely gonna enjoy that. And yeah, so it's a targeted ability, and you just like absolutely blow people up. Here, let's just like show it one more time. It's gonna come in here, use the Unite move. It's almost charged. I think he uses it like right away. Boom! Just blows him up. 2.3k damage on that, actually. And so when Zeraora is in this little electrical field that he creates, that it creates after using the Unite move for a brief amount of time, looks like it's actually not for that long, but your basic attacks are enhanced, and I think they become like longer ranged attacks, which is kind of crazy. We'll have to look at exact. I honestly can't remember. I looked at it earlier today, but it's been a while. I'm recording this in the evening. So yeah, I mean, that is the Zeraora gameplay we have. So let's hop over to Unite DB, talk about this. And again, like, this comes directly from this IGN Japan article. That is where this footage is from. So shout out to IGN for, you know, publishing that and having that fun little event. I'm sure it was really like fun to watch. If you speak Japanese, of course, which we don't, but that's okay. So the passive for Zeraora is really interesting. You'll see here that it says when damage, convert a portion of the damage received to Zeraora's attacks. Now, like, Google Translate, of course, not exactly the most accurate, is telling me that this passive converts damage received into your attack stat. So a little bit different than just like converts it to its attacks. So not necessarily sure if this is completely accurate, again, because it's just Google Translate, but I would assume that like the more damage you're taking, the like, I'm sure this might have like a cooldown or something like that. The more damage you're doing. So I mean, we'll just have to see, like, in 5 days, yay, what this passive exactly does. But my prediction is like there will be a little passive icon at the bottom of the screen where like every Pokemon's passive shows an icon, and I'm guessing like it will probably like stack or like increase in number based on like how much damage you've taken in like a certain amount of time, and that will like be what determines how much your attack increases. Again, like, we don't know, this is totally just me speculating, but I would assume that's like how it works, because I don't really think they would just be like, the lower HP you have, the more damage you do. Like, that seems a little weird, and wouldn't really go with like the Volt Absorb ability either, especially since they have a lot of passives like Blaze, Torrent, what's the grass one, Overgrowth, in this game, and they all like very explicitly state like 50% HP or below, you do X, Y, and Z. So, you know, I think that's why this one's going to be a little bit different. So, you know, let you guys know. Definitely put out a video on Zeraora, since it's the one we, you know, really don't know that much about, and I'm sure a lot of you are excited to play because it's actually a really cool Pokemon. Okay, so here's where things get really awesome for Zeraora. I think this is probably actually one of its best things about it, even though it's literally just its basic attacks. So as with most Pokemon, you get a boosted auto attack every third auto attack, and that will deal more damage. It will paralyze the enemy, which is just like a brief slow. It's not a stun. So don't think of it as that. Think of it like exactly how it is in the Pokemon games. It just like halves their speed. I don't know if it's exactly half. I don't think so. But it's just like, yeah, a brief slow that would basically allow you to like stick to an enemy. So yeah, like most speedsters have something that allows them to have sticking power to target they're targeting. So this is kind of Zeraora's. And the last thing is that you restore a bit of HP, a little bit of healing off your auto attacks, which, you know, the only other Pokemon that does that is Garchomp, every fifth auto attack. So like every third auto attack for Zeraora, and obviously Garchomp has increased attack speed, so it's probably about the same, but dang, that's it's honestly really good. So very solid start there. It's level 1. Move number 1 is just a dash and increase attack speed afterwards. Doesn't look like that is going to do damage like with what you hit. But then, you know, as I mentioned, this is the skill they went in the video. Volt Switch is another dash. This is what it can upgrade into. Zeraora moves in one direction, damaging opposing Pokemon, and then you can recast that ability to basically go back to this yellow, whatever, gold circle, electric circle that indicates where you're going to Volt Switch back to. And on each use, this is super important. So this is already beginning to be, you know, a bit of a more complex Pokemon. Every time, like both uses, when you use it and when you recall back to your Volt Switch initial location, you will gain attack speed. And once it's in its upgraded state at level 11, you're going to get increased damage, and the buff of the attack speed is actually going to last longer that you get each time. So actually insane, super good. Let's see what Spark does. Oh, right, it's this one. So Spark is a buff. You just like activate it, similar to Machamp's. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called. What is Machamp's thing called? Bulk Up, right? Bulk Up. Just, you know, a buff that you activate and like that happens to you. So Spark is a buff that you use. It generates an electric current around your body. When using your basic attacks, the closest enemy is going to be hit by this current. This bonus can be applied up to 3 times. Interesting. So what does the current do? Causes the next attack to restore HP once you upgrade it. Generates an electrical current. So is essentially just like, let's see. Bolt charge. Where's the spark current? Jumps to the opponent's Pokemon. Oh. It will assault and damage the nearest. Okay, so yeah. If you make a normal attack before reaching the targeted Pokemon. Well, anyway, tough translation there, I think. But this seems just like a buff you're applying, and you're going to do like a lot of burst damage on your autos. I think this is more of like your sustained attack speed style damage of like you want to do like sustained damage and get in, get out. This is going to be like, I'm going in to execute this target, and you hit them 3 times and they just get hit by each of these spark currents and they blow up. So anyway, moving on from that, again, like all this will become a lot more clear once we see like the exact translated moves in the English version next Wednesday. Yay. So Slash, we have here, Zeraora suddenly rushes, attacks with sharp claws. It's a knock-up. Like a move 2 knock-up at level 3 means you are walking to the enemy's lane, like after you, like if you're jungling with Zeraora, of course, which I mean you probably will be, you're walking to lane with a knock-up, which is actually huge. And it's like a dashed knock-up as well. So like you're rushing forward and knocking up the opposing Pokemon. So super good. Wow, that makes his level 5 coming right out of the jungle, coming to gank either top or bottom lane, like super strong. All right, and then so that upgrades into Discharge. Let's see what this does. Zeraora attacks by discharging electricity. All right, it's this one. So that's the skill we saw in the footage from IGN Japan. When the enemy Pokemon are near Zeraora, Zeraora gains a shield. Wow, that's really nice, actually. When this move ends, Zeraora drags enemies with a status condition towards him for extra damage and stuns them. So keep in mind, like this is only going to apply to Pokemon that have status condition. But again, here's the deal. Your auto attacks, your boosted auto attacks paralyze enemies. So, you know, you're at least going to probably catch one. So it's good. But yeah, it seems decent, especially if it's like doing damage. And you're doing extra damage if you drag enemies with a status condition and then stun them. So yeah, I mean, we can go back and like kind of look at that and see what it looks like just briefly. Because I think he's, yeah, like right here. Oh, see, he already died before he used it. So let's go ahead and check it out here. Oh, he uses it on Zapdos. It's unfortunate. Probably use it again here. Oh yeah, but his Unite move kills it. Well, so anyway, we can't really actually see. I think I remember him only using it those few times. So anyway, we'll see what that does. It seems pretty good. Let's see what Wild Charge is. Both of these are long cooldowns, by the way, 12 seconds. Something to keep in mind. Like, Interesting. Zeraora dashes and performs a combo attack, so this is going to be similar to like Machamp's Unite move. If Zeraora used Spark or Volt Switch recently, which again are just the skill ones, attacks are increased. So, okay, I mean, basic combo is going to be going in with either Volt Switch or Spark, and then while charging in again, which, I mean, this kind of synergizes with Volt Switch. You can get a lot of distance and then like go back to the location you initially Volt Switched from. If you're dashing twice, like you can definitely get out of a sticky situation very easily by recasting Volt Switch after using both of these. So then once you upgrade this, not only are your basic attacks increased damage, but they deal AoE damage in an area. Wow. That's wow, that's pretty good. That's actually quite good. So great for team fights. That's what that would be. Pretty sick. Pretty sick Pokemon, actually. And then, as mentioned, Plasma Gale. That's going to be the Unite move. Releases an electric current to attack the targeted Pokemon. Again, that's going to be a targeted one. Similar to... So, it says area, but it's going to be like... It looks like it's going to be like Cinderace's Unite move, where like you actually do have to target something. You can't just like cast it on the ground like you can with Greninja's Unite move, for example. This one actually has to be targeted. But again, this means that like you don't miss it ever. Well, I guess they could probably move. I don't know. You could probably actually dash/eject button out of Zeraora's Unite move if you were like hardcore predicting, but you know. I guess that remains to be seen. But anyway, so damage them, knocking them up into the air. Huge. A CC Unite move. You love to see it. And afterwards, like I mentioned, you create that area of plasma that strengthens your basic attacks around the area. So it's just going to be this this blue area where you're doing bonus damage within. Lasts a decent amount of time. I don't know. How long would that be? Like 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, probably 5 seconds. I was counting a little fast. So yeah, like 5 seconds worth of boosted auto attack damage, which I mean is massive on Zeraora because it seems very auto attack dependent. Actually, a lot of its moves are synergizing with going in, doing a lot of auto attacks very quickly, and just doing that sort of thing. So, what do I think about Zeraora? I think, honestly, the fact that you have this Unite move with a, like, it's targeted, it's a knock-up, and also allows Zeraora to, as you saw here, like, use it in the Zapdos pit. Like, basically, this whole area is Zeraora's free reign to use its empowered auto attacks, which, again, like, yeah, it just strengthens the basic attacks in the area, which, your attacks are increased from Wild Charge, and, from Volt Switch as well. So, like, attack speed, increased damage, increased damage, increased damage. Like, if you use everything all at once, your auto attacks will absolutely shred the enemy team. Like, that is guaranteed. I want to try and see, like, the numbers that he does on Zapdos, actually, compared. Looks like 276s-ish, and then, like, in this empowered area, 600s. Wow. That's, like, double. And that's not even after... Well, I guess he's using both his abilities there, which empower the auto attacks, so, wow. Honestly, quite strong. You see, actually, he's doing, like, 400s, 300. There's a crit. Anyway... Super cool. Wow. That's like an awesome addition to the roster, in my opinion. Very cool addition. Super excited to play this one. I will definitely be playing it a lot just because like I have so much experience, or just like not so much experience on all of the Pokemon, but like I've played them enough to like know their moves, and obviously like if you're looking to get into the game, the best way to learn about the game and how to succeed and how to best fight enemy players is just like play every Pokemon and see what each do, see what each does, see what each do, see what each can do, see their limits, see their strengths, see their weaknesses, that kind of thing. So it's definitely what I'm going to be doing. Definitely going to be playing a lot of Zeraora and Greninja. So, wow. Really cool Pokemon. Again, like, hopefully this was helpful. I just wanted to kind of look at it and think about it from, like, a perspective of how good is this kit actually. And I think it's actually pretty good. We're going to have to see. Like, I think it looks like Zeraora is actually quite squishy. So, like, the need to have to, like, be in for a long time is a bit different than other speedsters such as Talonflame and Absol, which are more of the, like, get in, do your damage, and then, like, kite back a little bit. Or, yeah, so, I don't know. We'll see. But seems pretty good. Could actually be really strong. And I think that Unite move, just for, like, securing Zapdos, is going to be insane. Just because you're getting the life steal off of Zeraora's, sorry, not the life steal, the regen. You don't actually, like, do extra damage. But, yeah, you're getting regen from auto attacks and just very easy, hopefully, to stay healthy as Zeraora. I mean, that healed for 427, which is like half of a potion just on a boosted auto attack, which is wild, honestly. So anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see next leading up to the release. I've gotten a lot of good ideas from you guys, which I will definitely be pushing out as soon as the game is out, such as like the attack versus special attack split and kind of the final say on like which is which. I will tell you that it's not as simple as basic attacks are attack and moves are special attack. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but we're just gonna have to see exactly when launch happens which Pokemon exactly does which type of damage with every single one of their moves, including their Unite moves. So definitely look forward to that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching and for all the support recently. I genuinely appreciate it so much. It's been really fun doing these, and I'm gonna keep doing them. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.